Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Food Experience. Today's experience, I have the Vevor 700 watt food dehydrator. This was sent my way for the purpose of review. However, I have thoroughly tested a bunch of different things, which I'm going to show you when I go to the close-up section. It retails for about $160, just under that. Or if you register on their site, it's about $117. The weight of the device is 21 pounds. Included are 6 stainless steel trays. They look just like this. You'll also receive 1 instruction manual, a food dehydrator cookbook. These are useful when you want to open the device and the trays are kind of warm. They're kind of like mini oven mitts, if you will. It also comes with 1 silicone tray in case you don't want all around 360 ventilation, and this installs right on top of one of the other trays. You will also receive 1 mesh screen, and this you will get 360 degree dehydration, but the holes are really small in this, so it's unlikely that little bits and pieces will fall through. It features a control panel so you could adjust the time and the temperature. The time can be adjusted to 48 hours and it goes in half-hour increments. The temperature can be adjusted from 95 to 185 degrees. It features a nice bright interior light. Look at that, you can easily see inside of there. And not only that, it has such a large viewing window. If you decide on purchasing the device, I would appreciate you use the link that I put in my description. That way Vevor knows that you purchased it through my review. And that's really about it. Without further ado, we're going to take a look at some different dehydration examples, and here we go. Making some hash browns. First, peeling a potato, shredding it with a coarse grater into an ice bath. You want to keep those potatoes cool so they don't oxidize. Then into the water they go, boiling water for about 6 minutes, take them out, and back into some more ice again. And this method seemed to work good. Put it into a colander, drain all the water, turn on the dehydrator, and you want to set it for about 130. And you could just go with, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours. Won't even take that long. Spread them out on a towel and then wring them out. You want to release all that extra water. Pat them dry. That kind of helps this whole process go a little bit quicker, you know. And then on the mesh, I put them on the mesh sheet on top of the metal tray. And in they go. Look at that. That thing is so quiet. And yeah, here's the end results. Nice and crispy, crunchy like. Vacuum seal time. Oh, a little bit too strong of a seal, but it actually worked. They did dehydrate. I'm sorry, they did rehydrate really well. Dehydrating some habanero peppers. First thing I do is cut the top off, just a little sliver off of the top. Then cut the pepper in half lengthwise. And time to remove the seeds. And it's kind of a process, and there's a bunch of peppers to go, so I will be doing the rest of this off camera. Now that the habaneros are all chopped up, I'm putting them skin side down. Turn on the device. Temperature I have at 122 time. At 122 degrees, it really took the habaneros about 18 hours. Next time, I will try them at a higher temperature. However, I don't have the end clip of this video. Jerky time. Started off with bottom round, 1/4 inch thick, cut into strips and marinated overnight in the refrigerator. Starting up the dehydrator, you could set the time and temperature. I did around 158. Next, you want to empty the contents of the marinade bag the next day, running it through a colander, draining off the extra marinade. After that, you want to put it onto a paper towel and spread it out to a single layer. Then blot off all of the extra marinade. The meat is plenty marinated by now. Putting it into a bowl, putting it onto the dehydrator trays. And you could put a lot of meat on each tray. I used 3 different trays and I didn't even fill them up all the way. Sliding the trays into the dehydrator, I'm going for the centermost positions. After about 5 hours, the jerky was done and ready to use. And it was the perfect texture, had a nice chew. Everything about it was great. The flavor, oh man, I gotta make this again. So delicious. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That was a look at the Vevor 700 watt food dehydrator system. 6 trays. I dehydrated all kinds of different things. I couldn't even make use of all 6 trays. I didn't even have that much stuff. So let's go over pros and 1 con. I really couldn't find anything wrong with it functionally. However, one thing I do notice, the temperature, the increments, it goes like, what is it, 9 degrees? Anyhow, 122, next one down, 113, next one down, 104. It would be nice if they put it in 5-degree increments. I think that would be a lot better. However, also keep in mind, devices like this run off of a thermostat, and they have a temperature sensor in there, so they know how hot it is. And when it starts dropping, then they turn the heat back on, and then they cut it off and they let it drop a little more, and then turn it back on again once it drops. I think if they tighten that to make it a little bit more accurate, it would be great. But it's not bad either. I mean, it didn't really fall lower than 10 degrees every time it cooled down, nor did it jump above what you set it for by 10 degrees. But again, it has to fluctuate, okay? That's part of the temperature control process. It's just how all of these type of machines are. Not only that, even an air fryer, same thing. Even your regular house oven, same thing. It's hard to get any device to stay at a constant temperature. So just keep that in mind. Now, that's really my only con, and it's not even a con, it's just I had to reach for something like that because there are no problems with it function-wise. Everything worked perfectly, actually beyond my expectations. And with that said, we're going to go over the pros. 700 watts of power, 185 degree top limit. Now, I don't know, I mean, most things that I could think of dehydrating, I'll never even need to go to 185 degrees, let's face it. Tell you what, I need to make another batch of beef jerky soon. Everyone loved it. I brought it to work, had a bunch of people sample it. I had a friend come over and sample it. Everyone loved the jerky, and that was my first time making it. And I didn't even use any kind of sugar in the recipe. I wanted it to be like savory and a little bit of a kick, you know, like a heat kick. I didn't want it to be sweet, and I achieved it. It was like so perfect. The texture of the jerky was perfect. Each piece of beef jerky was around a 1/4 inch thick, and I think that's like the perfect thickness, because any less and it's gonna turn into leather, and any bit more, it's gonna be like, I don't know, you're not gonna be able to get that right consistency. It's gonna be like too soft. And I like it soft, but I don't like it too soft, and I don't like it leathery either. So this is perfect. It made a perfect beef jerky. I actually would prefer it over some of the store brands I've had. Well, that's not saying a lot. That's not really the best jerky anyways, but nonetheless, I dig it, and I'm gonna make other flavors and probably come back with another video real soon showing you the exact process. The fan on the back of the device is super quiet. I mean, I could turn it on right now. I don't even know if you could hear it. Let's see. Just let it start time. There we go. Yeah, it has a relay in there. I notice I hear a click, click. Same when I hit the light. When I turn it on and off, I hear like a relay click. If you ever heard the sound of a relay, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's like a relay is like a switch, and I hear a click, click. Fan is on. It's just a very faint whisper, you know? That's the best way I could describe it. I absolutely do love the control panel on the front, the way you could set the time and the temperature and how it goes to 48 hours. I mean, everything about it is so intuitive. It's easy to use. Everything works perfect. The trays slide in and out. They don't feel like they're gonna stick or anything like that. Everything is like super smooth operation. Also, I like that you could adjust the time and temperature on the fly. So, okay, I start a cycle and set it to go. There it goes, just locked in and at 104 degrees, right? And I go, it's a little bit low. Maybe I want to bump up the temperature. So you just hit the temperature and adjust it hotter. Now it's at 122. You'll let it lock in and there it goes. Now it's at 122. And I really like that you could make those adjustments on the fly. Same with the time, 30 minutes, next one up an hour 30. You get the picture. It's just so easy to work with this thing without having to like restart your whole cycle. I definitely like the large viewing window. I also like the light that it offers. It's a nice bright light. I'm pretty sure you can see it in my video. It also comes with a drip tray. It sits right at the bottom and that'll catch any drippings, food, or moisture or anything like that. And that being said, it's also easy to keep clean. You just pull all the trays out, including the drip tray, and just wipe it down. Probably you could just get away with like nice warm water on a sponge. Not the scrubbing side of the sponge, but the soft side. I think that'll work really well. I also found out that the trays are dishwasher safe. Don't quote me on that. Quote Vevor, because if you go to their site, it does tell you dishwasher safe. I also like the finger gloves that they give you. It's kind of like a hand puppet, huh? Hey, what's going on? I don't know. Anyhow, yeah, I like those things because if you're running it at a hot temperature, you really don't want to grab those trays. And the other alternative is just to grab like a kitchen towel and do it that way, but I just like those little finger gloves. They're so cool. I also like that they give you a Dehydrator cookbook. I haven't really tried anything or went along with any of the recipes in the book yet, but there are a lot of recipes. And I feel it's great for a beginner who has never dehydrated anything. That way you could get up and running. The only other alternative is go to Google and type in whatever you want to dehydrate with the word dehydrate. Usually you'll get instructions, but here it is in a nice concise book. I mean, so that's really about it. Now, do I recommend the Vevor 700 watt food dehydrator? Heck yeah. And I'm not just saying that because I got it for review purposes. I actually went through many days of testing different products in this, and it worked fine every time. I don't just get something out of the box and go, oh yeah, this thing's the best, guys. Oh my. No, I mean, I actually really do put things to the test. And you obviously see that within my up and close portion of the video. So yes, go ahead and check it out. Look in the description of my video and you will see a link that goes to their website and automatically comes up to this product. You can register on their site for a lower price. And I really appreciate if you use my link if you decide to purchase it. And that being said, we are out of here. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, drop me a line below. I thoroughly enjoy hearing from you. And until next time, have a stellar day. Be excellent. And most of all, remember me, I'm KJ Andio, your food experience host with the most. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time.